The year was 1932. In a small town, Billund, near Denmark, Copenhagen, lived a carpenter by the name Ole Kirk Christiansen. Ole owned a wood construction company and he made goods for daily use and he sold them in the market. But times were hard and the market conditions were difficult. So he had to shut down his wood construction company. He lived with his wife and four sons. It will get better, his wife encouraged him. But it didn't get better. In fact, it got worse. She suddenly died. So now, with his wood construction company shut down, no jobs available in the market, and the love of his life gone, what does Ole do? He had an idea. From the leftover wood that was there, he made a wooden toy duck. And to this duck, he attached wheels from below. So the duck could move and backward, forward and backward. Then he took a string and tied it around its neck. And then he pulled the duck and down, up and down. The children were so excited to see this wooden toy that they started playing with it. Now, Ole thought if a simple wooden toy duck can bring excitement to the lives of these children, why not make more? So he went ahead to make a crane, a cart, a trolley, and a car. All the toys he then took and loaded them in his wagon and drove off to Denmark. He tried to sell these toys. He did manage to sell the toys, but he didn't make a profit, particularly, so to say. He just about, broke even. But one good thing that had happened, that the word had spread around that good quality toys are now available in Billund. And his son, Gottfried, also had joined him in his toy business. One day, a wholesale dealer walked into his factory and placed a big order. Now there was work. So Ole reappointed his dismissed workers and worked hard to complete this order. All the toys were ready for dispatch the next day. He was excited. But the previous day, he received a letter. It was from the wholesale dealer. The letter read, "This order stands cancelled because I am bankrupt." What does he do now? Ole took the toys again and loaded them in his wagon and drove off to Denmark. This time, he did make a profit, though the profit was marginal. He was also looking for a name for his company, and he struck upon the name Lego, Lego, which in Latin meant I put together, and in Danish it meant play well. The name was well received in the toy industry. In the year 1936, Ole bought a milling machine, and this milling machine cut wood finely. So, the quality of toys that Lego now made was, of course, better, and the sales increased. World War II struck in the year 1939. There was unrest, there was disaster, and there was destruction all over. But despite the distraction, despite the unrest, and despite the conflict, Lego was still making a profit because of the quality of toys that it produced. All was not well, and in the year 1945, two electric poles struck against each other on a stormy, windy night, and the Lego factory caught fire. All the toys were destroyed in minutes that he had painstakingly made and created and produced over years was finished. What does Lego do now? What does Ole do now? Give up? No. He rebuilt the factory brick by brick and block by block. the sales stabilized. Meanwhile, this carpenter was also looking for newer challenges, and it was around the same time that plastic was available in the market. And so Ole started making plastic teddy bears and a rattler. It was also about this time that he introduced the tractor with wheels. The sales increased. Gottfried, his son, was now actively involved in the family toy business, and he took a ferry to England, and on this ferry he met a shopping mall owner. This shopping mall owner shared his views about the toy industry. He said the toys are available, but there is no system. No system? This set Gottfried thinking. And what Gottfried understood was, as of today, the people do have access to a Lego teddy bear, a toy, a rattler, maybe a cart, a trolley, a truck, but these are assorted. I mean, there is no connection between these toys. And so Gottfried introduced the system of Lego toys being available in packs, in the sense that now Lego toys are available as a pack of a town plan, as a pack of adventure sport, as a pack of community workers, and so on. This increased the sale of Lego toys in 5 different countries. But there was one more problem with the building opportunities that Lego toys provided. Say, for example, if a child was building a tower and putting the bricks one on top of the other, the bricks would just fall off. So, Gottfried thought, and now he redesigned the brick so that the bricks now meshed into one another and stuck together. This was groundbreaking for Lego, and the sales multiplied. Unfortunately, Ole had died by then, and he was not there to see how successful the brick was. In the year, in the subsequent year, the Lego Modeling Center caught fire, and all the toys in the Lego Modeling Center were now destroyed and finished. What does he do now? Give up? No, like father, like son. He rebuilt the Lego Modeling Center brick by brick and block by block. The sales stabilized. Gottfried had larger plans. What he thought that people should have access to this Lego Modeling Center. And so he opened up the Billund Airport in the year 1961. Now, when business associates visited him and came to see the Lego Modeling Center, there still was one problem, that they had to wait for a long period of time. So then he thought of an exhibition room and finally an amusement park. And in the year 1968, the Legoland was opened up for people to come and visit and for children to come and play. It is said on the first day, thousands and thousands have poured in, and the numbers have been increasing ever since. A world full of imagination, creativity, and building a world full of imagination and creativity, an endless world of fun and excitement, the Lego world.